Fiver and a dimer came from our propensity to watch movies more than once that we like. Sometimes we don't even love them, but we like them enough where it's a remote dropper. Where if it's on TV and you're sitting there on the couch and you're not doing anything, oh, shoot, Wedding Crashers is on. What the hell? I'll watch it for the 27th time, have a few laughs. So a fiver means you've seen it at least 5 times. Doesn't mean from start to finish, but you've dedicated a good chunk of time out of your day once it popped on to watch it. A dimer means at least 10 times. And sometimes neither applies. It's not a fiver or a dimer. It's just a movie that maybe you saw it was a one-and-doner, or maybe it's a movie you don't care for at all. So in the Christmas spirit, we've done this with a bunch of movies that have nothing to do with the holidays. But in the spirit of Christmas, and I'm going to use the help of, this is from Entertainment Weekly, that did their own top 20 list, and I'm going to skip over some that would never reach mine. I do feel obligated to start off with this one, although this is way before any of our times, but it's always on, at least it used to be. It's a Wonderful Life, which came out in 1946. You know the story by now. It's a Frank Capra holiday staple, and it's about Jimmy Stewart playing the role of George Bailey and just kind of realizing how lucky he is to have family, even though much of the rest of his life he's not feeling good about himself at all. And we do know, in all seriousness, depression and even suicide is a sad part of the holiday season for a lot of folks out there, not to bring down the room. But It's a Wonderful Life. I'll start off. This is neither a fiver nor a dimer for me. I saw it once. It's a fine flick, but it's a little too heavy for me during the holidays, so it's neither.
Oh, I like that. I'm kind of in that same vein. It's about a fiver for me. Actually dedicated watching, maybe. I don't know. Now, sit through the entire thing all in one sitting?
Don't have to do that.
No, but maybe only twice on this one.
But if it's on, that remote control, it goes back on the couch. You're gonna see it through the end.
No, not on that one. No.
Okay. So two neithers. Jamie?
Yeah.
It's a fiver.
Yeah.
For me. Yep.
I figured it had to be for somebody. I mean, it's a classic. Matt Anderson, host of the late night program.
So kind of
the David Letterman of our time.
It's my favorite Christmas movie. Actually, I watch it every year.
That's awesome. The youngest guy on here chose this to be a dimer. That's good, because I think the youth of America needs a little black and white movie history in his repertoire. Good for you.
Funny enough, we were in Helen, Georgia over the weekend, and we watched it with my wife's family, and there was a lot of them the first time they'd seen it. But it's something that it's always on early in the morning on Christmas. I'm still the kid that wakes up to see what Santa brought at 4 a.m. And so I watch it every year. But
good, man.
I love it.
Helen, Georgia, by the way, did you go rafting? A little too cold for that.
No, a little too cold. I actually didn't enjoy Helen that much.
Yeah, it's not a fiver or a dimer. It's a one and done for me. Took the wife there a couple of years ago.
You gotta go to Christmas, is it?
You gotta go tubing. Yeah, well,
that's what I meant. I said rafting, tubing.
It's probably pretty boring when it's too cold to hang out outside and drink beer.
We went to Dahlonega or Dahlonega. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Dahlonega.
Love that city.
That was very cool.
That sounds like an arts and crafts. Bleh.
Well, my wife is an art therapist, so it was right up her alley.
There you go. Okay. JC, fiver dimer on Christmas Story.
More like you mean Miracle on 34th Street?
No, It's a Wonderful Life. I'm sorry. I'm mixing.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hello.
It's less than a fiver for me.
Okay, so neither for you on it.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a feeling it's just weird and sad. I don't know.
Yeah. This one's going to go a different direction, I have a feeling. A Christmas Story, 1983. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Jamie, what do you have?
This is going to surprise some people. I'm a fiver on this one. I'm not one of the Looney Tunes that wants to watch it all day on Christmas Day. I'm more of a fiver guy with this.
Yeah. Matt?
I'm a fiver. We watch it every year.
Matt's got the spirit. I like it. I saw it once all the way through, and maybe like 2 other times I've dedicated a fair amount of time, but it doesn't reach the threshold of fiver or dimer for me. So I'll go neither. Mad Dog.
Yeah, it's a dimer. It's not a remote dropper. I've been compelled to watch this more times than I care. Not my favorite Christmas movie.
JC.
I'll be honest, I can't stand it. I don't like the movie at all. I think it's dumb. I've never really gotten all the way through it without thinking it sucked. And when I was stuck in Nashville, the one Christmas we didn't go home with my ex-wife and I, all we wanted was to watch Christmas Vacation. And friggin' TBS, Turner, had a Christmas Story marathon on. Sure enough, that was before streaming. We go to the Blockbuster Christmas Vacation, long since been checked out. No soup for us. And that's all we wanted to do on that Christmas without our families was watch that. And so I have an extra set of disdain for A Christmas Story because of that.
Wow. By the way, for you Gen Zers, Blockbuster Video was this place where people went to rent VHS cassettes and see a movie, and you had it for 2 nights, and if you didn't rewind it or you kept it an extra night, you had to pay extra fees, and it was a huge deal, and they actually had a bowl game named the Blockbuster Bowl as well. So that's Blockbuster Video. Google it, and you'll learn more about that if you're, again, Gen Zer and you're doing something other than like protesting that you don't know anything about.
God, Mike, man, you did more prep for this show this morning than you've done for every other show combined.
The funny thing is, none of this is prep. This is this, as my wife often says, I'm scared to know what goes on in that brain of yours. This is just popping out today. I don't know why. I'm in a strange mood. I'm in a happy mood. Numbers. What is this? The third one, I guess. Okay, Bad Santa. This is a dimer for me. Going back to even when I was a kid, I do love somewhat irreverent comedies. This definitely qualifies with Billy Bob Thornton. This is not one for the kids, but yeah, this one is a dimer for me. If it's on, I'm dropping the remote. I'm all in. JC.
Dimer. It is a staple of the Yuletide season. For myself and everyone else.
I think you could be like a stand-in for Billy Bob Thornton in that role. What do you call that? The understudy. You could have been Billy Bob's understudy in that role and just been in the back warming up. And
I could do a little Billy Bob Thornton style.
I could see that.
I could do that.
Mad Dog.
I've seen this movie exactly one time.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
A one and doneer.
One and done.
Okay.
One and done.
Okay. Just didn't feel it, huh? Didn't tickle the funny bone.
Yeah, it was funny. It was hilarious. Just haven't really gone back to it.
All right, I got it. You got the whole encyclopedia salesman gig on the side. You're doing a lot of stuff. I get it.
I'm a busy man.
Busy man. JB.
From one Billy Bob to another, I give her
a 10. A 10.
Man,
Nice.
that is killer.
Okay, we'll go with Dimer on that. Conan O'Brien, a.k.a. the king of late night, Matt Anderson.
Yeah, we're going Dimer. I can't not watch that movie and crack up nonstop.
It is incredibly inappropriate for a group setting.
It's really an awful movie, but it is so funny.
But it's damn funny. Okay, I know I'm going to be in the minority on this one. We'll start with JC. Home Alone.
Less than a 5.
What?
Okay.
I'm not a fan of those movies.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
like
actually
Macaulay Culkin. I thought he's stupid. I don't laugh. I love Joe Pesci, but that's my least. I would rather watch The Super over and over again with Joe Pesci than watch Home Alone. I mean, it's just so dumb. I'm just like, oh my God. And then, not to mention, Macaulay Culkin can't act his way out of a paper bag now, yet his brother is awesome.
Yeah,
his brother was great in Succession.
Brother's great in Succession. So
he's in Home Alone. The brother's in Home Alone. That's foolish.
Well, I don't care either.
Brother.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I hate that movie.
All right, that is a definite
consider it a
neither
Christmas
for
movie.
JC.
Can't believe you did that.
Actually, I'm going to say this, and I know people will think less of me. I've never seen the movie all the way through. It's just not my bag. And when that movie came out, I mean, we were kind of kids' age. I hated Macaulay Culkin. the whole Michael Jackson, the weird thing there, and we didn't know how weird it was at the time. Now we know it. I hope he didn't spend much time with Bill Cosby while he was at it. I just can't. I couldn't. It didn't do it for me. But I will say this: it is a smash hit that made a load of money. And the same guy, a little trivia for everybody out there, if you want to impress the family during the holiday, the same guy that wrote Home Alone is the same guy that wrote Christmas Vacation. Is the same guy who wrote Vacation, is the same guy that wrote 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink. Yep. John Hughes, one of the most brilliant movie guys of our time, wrote all of them. Now, Home Alone is my least favorite of that bunch. Well, maybe I'll take it over Pretty in Pink or something, but he was brilliant, and everything he wrote turned to gold. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, John Hughes. Uncle Buck, John Hughes. Just saying.
Love Uncle Buck. Huge John Candy fan. Another reason to watch Home Alone. John Candy's the man.
Dimer for you, Jamie?
A Dimer on steroids.
I figured.
Yeah, Mark McGuire of Christmas movies. It's
okay. Phil?
So Dimer for me as well. We've watched it. Well, this is because the kids have latched onto it now, but we've seen it at least 2 times this year.
My 4-year-old girls are actually trying to do some of the tricks in the movie now. It's actually it's not going well.
And let me give one stipulation on it, not to throw out a technicality, but if the only reason it's a Dimer is because your kids love it, but you're sitting there going, "Gosh, is it over yet?" That's not a Dimer.
No, well, it's probably a fiver, and it's probably about a fiver then.
Okay,
it's
I just want to make sure.
I love this movie.
All right, I mean we're very careful about the rules and regulations of the Fiver Dimer segment.
The real question with Home Alone is who is more of the villain, Uncle Frank or Buzz?
We actually had that conversation over the weekend. It's a Dimer for me because I love the slapstick humor and like all the hijinks and how funny it is when they're getting like just absolutely assaulted by a child. It cracks me up. But Uncle Frank is like the worst human being on planet Earth. He's worse than Buzz.
If it makes you feel any better, I forgot my glasses. I mean, it's a great polka king of the Midwest.
In Home Alone
we sold
2,
623 copies of that.
When they get all the presents in Home Alone 2, Uncle Frank says, "Is that it? Is there any more?"
These are all completely over my head. All right, next one up. This doesn't get mentioned enough as a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Trading Places.
Ooh.
Trading Places. Eddie Murphy, peak Eddie Murphy. Not before he just went to the animated world and cashed a check like all these other actors are doing now. This is when Eddie Murphy was funny. Jamie, I'll let you start things off.
All right. So it is a Christmas movie. It's more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. For anybody that wants to argue about
Which
that.
I'm debating whether or not to even throw that out there because that'll start a gunfight.
It will. But I'm a fiver on this. I'm a fiver. It's not disrespect. I don't mean that disrespectfully.
Yeah, that's fine. You never have to justify this is all personal preference. I want to make that abundantly clear. Do not give in to peer pressure on the Fiver Dimer segment. Matt Anderson, the king of late night.
Never seen it.
Wow. Okay. I take it all back. I am going to judge you, and I'm going to tell you.
That's his age showing, man. That's his age.
Matt, go to Blockbuster and rent it now.
Go to Blockbuster.
And make sure you rewind the tape when you're done.
You're going to have to go to Alaska. That's the last Blockbuster standing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like a little sticker of a bee. It's like Be Kind Rewind.
No, in all seriousness, you could probably stream it on Amazon or something for like $3.99. Matt, you're welcome in advance when you watch it.
This movie is 5 years older than me.
Yes.
Can I say something
I understand.
about the $3 streaming on Amazon? My fiance, soon to be my wife, refuses to pay to rent a movie on Amazon. And I'm like, did you used to go to Blockbuster? Yeah, I was like, well, you know what were they getting, like $4.25?
Right.
And you got to take it. And you burn gas to go there and back. You just click $2.99, honey.
Yeah.
No, and she's like dying to watch a certain movie. It's only on Amazon. Oh, you have to pay? No. I love you, honey.
All right. This one for me, I'm going to introduce a term to the Fiver Dimer rookies. This is a Ben Franklin.
Oh.
This is a 100 plus. This is if it's on, it stays on. This is, I can quote every line of the movie, and it still makes me laugh today, some 40 years later. This is the ultimate Ben Franklin of Christmas movies. If you want to call Die Hard a Christmas movie, it's close. But if you want an automatic, this is there. Ben freaking Franklin on Trading Places. JC.
Wow. I'm a dimer plus on it. I'll watch it every time it's on.
Okay.
Probably, yeah. May watch.
Looking
it
good,
today,
Billy Ray.
actually. Yeah, I love that movie. It's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it, who I never found attractive because she looks like a young version of my mother, and so I always found it weird people found her sexy. So, and then she's in this commercial.
Mom didn't go topless in a lot of movies, did she? Because Jamie sure did back in the day.
I had to turn away from all
no
that.
problem with that for a while.
Yeah.
Then later in life, she does this Activa commercial about this yogurt that makes you poop, and so it's like Mom sitting there talking about poop, and I couldn't handle it. So, but I did respect the acting job she did in Trading Places. And Dan Aykroyd, that was one of Dan Aykroyd's better roles.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
I thought he
Lewis
was great.
Lewis Winthorpe the third.
Yeah. So, anyway, all you young whippersnappers out there that haven't seen Trading Places, go see it.
Yes, and try to not think of JC's mom when you see Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie. Phil, wrapping things up here on Trading Places.
Yeah, dimer plus, love it all the way. Mm-hmm.
Good man. Okay, next up on the list. Do you want to do Die Hard or not? Again, this is so controversial. I don't know if I'm ready for this level of divisiveness.
Why would he rapid fire? Is it a Christmas movie or not? Go around the table and just no explanation, just yes, no.
Okay, Jamie.
No.
The king of late night, Matt Anderson.
No.
JC.
Yes.
Phil.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm the tie-breaking vote?
Well, we know where it is.
I'm going to say yes. Just because I love the movie, and I'm going to say Dimer because it's fantastic. It's Bruce Willis at its best. I won't go into the backdoor story of that. He was on Moonlighting. He was not their first, second, or third choice for that role. He'd only done like a comedy. The way that movie came together it's on Netflix. The Movies That Made Us. That movie is a miracle on how it came about and how it was much like Forrest Gump. Like it was just dying on a vine, and then they got Bruce, and it was the right combination, and where are the detonators? They had the perfect villain in Hans. It worked great. So it's a dimer for me. JC, I'm guessing a dimer for you. I'm not going to assume that. Actually, what is it for you, JC?
Oh, yeah. All of them are dimers for me.
All right.
All the dimers.
Mad
Same.
Dog.
Same. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dimer.
Jamie?
For Die Hard?
Yes.
Fiver.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a
Yeah,
dimer.
Matt.
I can't turn it off when it's on TV. But I'm not
Okay.
going to go.
Well, I hate to do this, but it's a fiver. Like it used to be a dimer, and I feel like I've dimed myself out of watching it every time.
So you've kind of soured on it.
Yeah. Just I don't know.
He secretly resents it being called a Christmas movie.
Okay.
That's obvious.
Fair enough. Yeah, I understand. Again, this wars have been fought over this. And
I know. It's amazing.
All right, my last one for the in the spirit of time is Christmas Vacation. You see the Griswold clan behind me. For me, this is a Ben Franklin. This is the very essence of what a Christmas movie should be and is. Again, it's John Hughes. It's Chevy Chase in literally the last movie he was ever remotely funny in 1989. It's Randy Quaid, Cousin Eddie at his best. It's the perfect amount of time. The movie moves. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. There's just laugh after laugh after laugh, and it's just enjoyable to watch. So for me, it's a Ben Franklin. JC, you have the floor.
No question. Ben Franklin times 5. I'll watch it every. I haven't watched it this holiday season yet. I think because there's so much going on, it doesn't feel like a holiday yet. But I'll watch it eventually before Christmas and probably a couple more times after that. I can quote most of it. It is my favorite Christmas movie by far.
Mad Dog.
Oh, definitely Dimer plus. Yeah, it's up in that upper stratosphere. It is a staple in my home every Christmas season.
Jamie Bradford.
Who was on the $1,000 bill? Was that President Cleveland?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I've
that-
never seen one.
Was that
We have
unfortunately.
to.
They're
Hold on.
discontinued, obviously.
Thousand.
Wasn't it Grover
Might give me-
Cleveland on the was the face of the $1,000 bill? If so, this is a Grover Cleveland for me. I'm going to one up your Ben Franklin deal.
Oh, okay.
It is probably literally my favorite movie of all time. Period. The end.
Nothing else needs to be said. The Craig Ferguson of the Chief Sports Network, Matt Anderson.
It's whatever JB said. I've probably watched it 7 times already. Grover Cleveland, absolutely. It's hilarious. It's the best.
Yeah,
First time we've ever had a Grover Cleveland.
We all
reference.
agree on this one. So
Yeah, that one. Okay, so that one's unanimous. Again, there's others. I'm sure if you want on chat row, you can name a few that you feel like did not get the proper mention.
I like Elf quite a bit.
Oh, I had Elf. I'm sorry.
I love Elf.
Elf, yeah. Okay, around the room.
Elf.
JB, Elf.
Yeah, Dimer. No doubt.
Matt,
Dimer.
I've only seen it one time. JC,
Dimer.
Phil.
That's a fiver. Yeah, fiver.
Fiver.
Can I give one more newer Christmas movie that's
Sure.
a Dimer?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah.
Or Christmas is a Dimer.
Oh, yeah.
Fan. It's a newer movie. Well, not
Yeah.
new.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, absolutely. I've got a lot of thoughts on it. Okay.
Dimer.
Dimer for you. The Jimmy Fallon of ITG, Matt Anderson.
It's a fiver for me. It's fun, but it's not. I'm not gonna sit there all day waiting for certain
Fair.
scenes.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's like 3. I'd say so. It's neither. It's in the margins between 1 and 5. I like it because I love Vaughn and Favreau. I don't think it's their best work. I think Favreau and Vaughn, after Swingers, after Swingers, that's a Dimer.
Man.
Like Vaughn in Wedding Crashers is just peak Vaughn. He's so friggin'
he's
good.
phenomenal.
Vaughn in this movie is okay.
Was he in the breakup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vaughn-
and that
Vaughn
movie
was
still
as far as
pisses me
was
off
in
to
there.
no end. You don't break up with Jennifer Aniston, dude. I was
Well-
so mad in that movie.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, he didn't
Are
just
you gonna
break
really
up
tell
with
me
her.
this was a movie?
What's that? No. I'm not
tell
going to
me-
do that. I like to live in fantasy.
They actually
to-
dated in real life, and he did the same.
They
thing.
did.
What an idiot! I've had
They
enough
did.
of
Well,
that.
something tells me Vince is doing okay with the ladies without Jennifer Aniston, and something tells me Jennifer Aniston, who is still not married, maybe there's something there that's a little bit problematic. You know.
Yeah, maybe. But 02 to 04, Aniston on Friends was my dream girl. That 3-year stretch. That
You
was
think
my-
Jennifer Aniston has ever cleaned up around the house?
No.
I somehow doubt it. Think she's ever like cooked a good meal for her man? I just don't
I
see
lost
it.
interest in her when she mailed it in on Office Space. It was clear that she had become famous between the time that she took the role and the time that she actually performed, and she just sucked.
It's
butt.
the weirdest role too. Like,
She's
why is she
awful
in that movie?
Like everything else about that movie kicks major bahunkus, but I mean, from Gary Cole's character acting to
Yeah.
John McGinley is it? I mean, dude, it's an amazing movie. Stephen Root, by the way, who plays Dilbert or Wilbert or whatever, the guy that got
I
sent
was
in the
told I'd
basement.
get a corner office.
Do you know he's a Florida Gators graduate?
Took my stapler.
He-
I had no
he's a-
idea. I had
He's
no
a
idea.
UF grad. Yeah, because the other day Spurrier, like how they did the schedule was Florida. They went around and Spurrier like posted it and was like, "Now we're going to send it out to Stephen Root. Go Gators!"
Stephen
and
Root.
they're like, "This is Stephen Root. I'm a Go Gators." And on
That is
October 20th,
random.
the Gators play Kentucky. I was like, "Damn, that's that guy from Office Space."
I
So you never
did not
know.
know that. I know
Yeah,
Bob
yeah.
Vila is a Florida grad. Remember Bob
Yeah,
Vila?
there were a lot of random. It was kind of a pretty cool way
It
to
was in
announce the
full
schedule.
time with old Tim the Toolman.
To announce the most ridiculously hard schedule in the history of Gator football.
But he
But,
was Stephen Root was also in No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
He's
winds
a
up
good
getting killed.
actor.
He is a
He's a
good
good
actor.
Fiver or Dimer? No Country.
Dimer. Love
with
that
you.
movie.
I do too.
Love it.
If you've never watched it, it sneaks up on you how good
It does.
is.
That's a good way of putting it. It sneaks because you're like, what is this all about? It takes place in 1980 Texas, and you got this weird psychopath, and you got this other guy. Yeah,
The Coen brothers are geniuses, though. I mean, since
They
Big
are.
Lebowski, Raising Arizona, all that. Okay, so somebody mentioned the Mickey's Christmas Carol from 1983. I personally do love that one.
never saw it.
I cried when Tiny Tim was dying or died. Anyway, that was a good one. Scrooged with Bill Murray. That was
Never
pretty
seen that
good.
on my list.
Yeah.
That's a dimer. Christmas with the Cranks was one that was okay. So anyway, I just that was on the
The
chat
original
box.
Santa Claus with Tim Allen is a dimer for me too. The original one, I could feel the kid. The 2 and 3 weren't. Hey
Yeah,
guys,
but
we have to hit a timeout because we still have to get to the Fab Five.
Okay, sorry.
Mike has done all of this hard work for us. If we don't get to the Fab Five, it's
We can just do it on the app if you want. If you got, we can break down the recruiting class some more. I mean,
Mike, that would be like you were like domesticated and cooking us all Christmas dinner, and we left before the pumpkin pie, man.
that just wouldn't be right.
we
Which,
couldn't
by the
do
way,
that,
Jennifer
too.
Aniston would never bake you a pie ever.
No.
She'd look nice in the kitchen, but she ain't doing anything in it.
Man, it's my girl. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I got to highlight something of a comment that we kind of got passed over. Stacy Gibson says, I think JC is on the fence about Home Alone. LOL. I've never seen someone just get so sour.
That was I was
called
not
acting.
expecting that diatribe.
It's called
Waiting
acting.
on- I think he's been waiting on somebody to bring that up.
Using the Stanislavski method, I'm actually mad about something else, but manifesting that emotion for our audience. It's called acting,
But
which
Joe,
Macaulay Culkin has no freaking idea how to do.
but when he was like 5 in that movie. I mean, you can't judge a
I
5-year-old
don't
kid. on
care. I thought I didn't judge Haley Joel Osment. I thought he was outstanding.
He
Until
was
got
good.
over it. The little kid that played Little Forrest. He's
He was
responsible for that movie because you know the story. That kid was from Mississippi, and he was like, he talked just like this. And the Zemeckis was like, how are we going to get this kid to talk straight and blah, blah, blah. And Tom Hanks, the genius he is, said, well, why don't I just take his voice? Could you imagine if Forrest Gump talked just like normal Tom Hanks? That would ruin the whole damn movie.
Would not be good.
Well,
Filmed
so
in
that's
Buford,
good.
Yes, it was.
Filmed in
along with the
Buford.
Big Chill.
Um,